Hey, Two Flow family.
Hi guys, I'm sitting next to Ghostface.
Yeah. Okay, so we haven't gotten this lighting thing perfect. I have to find a way to do this that I don't look like all scary like and Joey doesn't go blind and scare you. Oh my goodness. Anyways, guys, so the last week, Joey and I have watched 3 movies. We've watched the Child's Play remake, the Lion King, and Dumbo. So this is going to be a bit of a long one, but bear with us. So first we saw Child's Play. Now, Child's Play is not made by Don Mancini, who's made all the other Child's Plays since '87. This one was made totally as a remake by, I believe, Sony. And behind Don Mancini's back, so it's kind of, it just has, it smacks of bad vibes. But anyways, so we saw the movie, and in all honesty, if you don't think of the original franchise, it's a decent movie. Chucky is not scary. Chucky, what in the hell?
I'm saying no, Chucky's not scary.
Oh no,
yelling at the same time.
Your burp. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Sorry. I just smelled your burp. I was like, whoa. Anyways, sorry guys.
Yeah, basically, if you look at it like a brand new movie, it's not bad. If you think of it as a Child's Play thing, then I didn't like it as much thinking of it as a Child's Play.
Yeah,
movie.
if you thought of it in terms of the original or just a Child's Play movie, it was very lacking. The doll is not scary whatsoever. He's like those damn Annabelle movies. Okay? Ever since that movie came out, it has I've never liked them.
Well, they don't even use the real animal doll.
They made the doll intentionally look scary.
Yeah.
And
yeah, who knows what the real Annabelle doll looked like? Post your comments.
yeah, who knows what the real Annabelle was. Anyways, and then as far as the casting, they made Andy be a young teen, a preteen to a young, barely teenager, and they what made you care about Andy in the original was that he was young, he was innocent, and he was a cute kid. And in this one, he didn't even want the Chucky doll at first. His mom gives it to him, and he's like, "Mom, that's a baby's doll, a baby's toy." Um,
But then again, they did say that's baby's toy in Back to the Future
yeah,
because they didn't know what it was.
yeah, but
But
um,
yeah, it was kind of Chucky grew on him, I guess. But as
because
far as him asking for
be-
the toy, no.
because the thing about Andy, the saving grace of Andy's character is that he's deaf, and which is kind of neat. But therefore, they say he didn't have many to any friends. So when he gets Chucky, he kind of grows on him to be a friend.
Yeah,
But oh, and so that's the how that works out.
but then of course they start killing people. Well, Chucky starts killing people, and that's that.
Yeah, and
But
the thing about that is that is not possessed anymore. He's a computer that has all his safe switches turned off by a disgruntled employee.
hey guys, it reminds me of have you ever seen that Simpsons Halloween episode when they get Bart that Krusty the Clown doll, and then it's like that talking Tina from Twilight Zone. But then when the guy comes over, he's like, "Oh, here's your problem. Somebody switched the switch to evil."
Yeah,
It's like a good and evil switch in the
yeah.
background. I was like, "Come on!"
And so yeah, that's exactly what it's like. And so um,
I think I kind of lost some of its.
yeah, it lost some of its potency there because as you go, oh, and I was telling one of my nurses yesterday. I said, in this one, Chucky's more like a dog. All he wants to do is make Andy happy. And so anybody that does Andy wrong in some way gets off.
Eventually, yeah. Isn't it a scene?
Yeah,
What did it say in Rush Hour? Oh, you want me to sickle?
yeah, for real. So, and it's paint by numbers, practically. You know who's going to get taken out. There was only one that kind of
Yeah.
threw me off. Um, and there's Andy, the cop, and the cop's mom. And they're the only ones you care about. Otherwise, everybody else are complete dicks. Or Andy's mom is a slut. And I mean, you're just like, you're rooting for Chucky to take these people out more than you're rooting for them to take Chucky out. So I mean, it's totally lost its potency. I mean, like we said, if you don't consider it part of the child's play,
Or maybe if they've never seen a Child's Play movie.
well, that's sad. Then you've got a movie occasion that you need to bone up on. But and then we caught up on our Disney live actions. So today we saw The Lion King. Now, the thing with these live actions are they are hitting all the classics. So you're treading on sacred ground, you know, and you've got to tread real lightly, or and either add stuff that'll give more meaning
Yeah.
to the story that's already been established, and you've got to hit some certain beats that everybody is expecting.
Because, when we were growing up, we watched these movies, the Disney cartoons 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So we're expecting.
We're expecting to see certain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so given that, Lion King is a beautifully shot movie. Oh my god, it is so beautiful. All the animals are rendered perfectly and just unbelievable. And but it misses on a lot of levels. Um, I would venture to say Lion King is not for kids. We were watching it, and the whole time I was telling Joey, this is geared for adults that watched it 25 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
This isn't geared for a new generation of 5, 6 year old. Yeah, this isn't. Um, the cast that includes the likes of Joe Rogan, or not Joe Rogan. I just lost his name, but he was in The Hangover and all. You know, he's not a kid's comic.
Mm.
Um, but and there was a lot. They just missed a lot of little things that was in the cartoon to make it be more kid friendly. That wouldn't have killed the live action bit of it. Um, Joey pointed out several things that were just, I mean, they were small, but they were just
Like a little like jokes or just little things that like I say, we watched 1,000 times and we all
little
laughed at, and
little details
but
that, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm watching it and I'm wanting to be, let's see, in 94 I was,
old.
oh, well, I was 17,
I was gonna say 16, something like that. So yeah,
16,
sometimes.
and and,
I want to say I was 14ish.
and I wanted to be that young again watching it, but then things happen and I'm like, wow. I mean, I know they wanted to go for realism, so all the fight scenes and everything were spot on as far as what you would see in the wild, but dialogue was just not. It didn't. It just seemed more mature and the little things that they could have retained from the cartoon could have been there just to give it a little bit of kid friendliness. Even Timon and Pumbaa were, I mean, they were funny, but and they were probably the most childish thing of the whole show as far as just goofiness. But even some of their stuff was, it just wasn't as funny as as it should have been. Oh, and there is no Whoopi Goldberg hyena without the eyebrows. Guys, check it out. Go back and watch Lion King. Whoopi Goldberg's hyena does not have eyebrows. Check it out.
He was like, "Hey, there's no." When he said no Whoopi Goldberg hyena with no eyebrows, I was like, "What?"
And but you know, and we had that same trepidation with when we saw Aladdin. You know, we were worried about that movie, you know, sucking too, because Aladdin's right up there with Lion King as far as being classic. But, and I was worried about, just like everybody else, I was worried about Will Smith doing his Will Smithisms that he does when he sings or raps or, you know. So I was worried about that, but he brought it. He brought it. Dude can hold a tune. I mean, literally all out sing. So we like loved.
I mean, he had some big shoes to fill.
He had some huge shoes to fill, but he brought it, and the whole. I mean, Aladdin was just awesome. Oh, sorry. You'll be here tomorrow. And we were hoping against hope that Lion King was going to be there, and it was good. But you're going to go in as an adult because it's just not completely kid material.
Sure, but like you were saying, some of the jokes or some of the things that I can't think of the word, but that makes it relatable to what we all know and love.
Yeah, but
you know,
there were certain little things about in the cartoon, little tiny things even.
And that's one thing about the movie, it didn't have that, and that's what we come to expect
as a Lion King movie. Yeah. But and then we caught up on Dumbo, and Dumbo kind of got crapped on when it was in theaters, and I could see that to some extent.
I was a little bit confused by it.
I guess the big part of Dumbo was the humans kind of got in the way of the story. Yeah, at the end of by the end of the movie, they had an integral part, and they played a big part in the third act. And the kids, even though it was cliche, the kids lost their mom, and Dumbo lost his mom. So, there was that parallel. But that's been played and played and played in family fare, so. But I think we enjoyed it. I mean,
It was fine, but to be totally honest, I was writing, so I was watching it, but I wasn't watching it because I was writing.
yeah,
But I was thrown off by the large part that the humans had in the movie, as opposed to the old cartoon where I mean even the circus hands and whatnot, they were just
to West,
there, but they weren't like
yeah, they took a back seat to
yeah.
all the animals running the story.
And then I was also a little confused about if it was a sequel or if it was a remake because they had things from the original one, but then it was like they continued it from the original one. So I was like, okay, well, is this a remake or is this a sequel? So I was just kind of
And reading up on it, we read both sides. So so I guess in summation, we saw
decent reviews.
3 decent movies. As long as you suspended your remembering completely or
Mostly, yeah, mostly. I'd say.
of all the
Yeah.
originals.
Yeah.
Um, and guys, just if you take your kids to see Lion King, which you probably will, they'll ask you to go see it. Just do it with a grain. Just
I mean, going
make your own
to
decisions because um, it's factually based on as far as how animals are. So it's pretty violent.
that's what I like about Disney though. Like they study animals and they put them in their own habitat and they don't make them do things that they wouldn't normally do. You know.
Yeah,
So that's what I like about Disney, even the animal movies.
and I mean the casting. It just it was. I think to me was questionable. Um,
Which one?
in
You know, like all of them. There's
yeah, no, Lion King specifically. I mean, you're expecting to hear Nathan Lane's voice for Timon, and they did bring back James Earl Jones for Miss Mufasa, and even 25 years later, I mean, he he brought it, and I mean, he was probably the best part. It's sad to say. Um, they didn't even. I mean, Rafiki didn't even get hit his funny beats trying to beat sense into Simba, and
you said though, like they took all the kitty stuff
all
that
the
we grew up
little,
with out of it.
all the little
But that's what makes it feel like we're
nuances.
watching it because we see it and we're like, oh yeah, a live action of what we all love, you know? So it's like that it doesn't have this certain thing, and
And
we're
then
like,
it lets us down. Yeah. Um, it's just beware. It's not. It really is not close to the cartoon.
when the main storyline is like the same.
The main storyline is, but it's just the whole thing is words are different, and yeah. So
What's our next movie?
um, I don't know what our next movie is. You want to see Intruder? Um, that was the one about the guy that breaks in.
Oh, it's actually called Intruder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
I want to see Toy Story 4. I want to see Yesterday about the Beatles, or what if the Beatles didn't exist.
So we got plenty more
We got plenty of
movie.
things to tell you guys about.
Good.
Um, so stay tuned for those. And I know this is running a little long, so guys, thank you for sticking with us. And of course, we love you. Be good to each other. And check you later.